Alright folks, we are back for round 2 on the draw with a questionable hand. I don't really like it. I think try to get something better. Okay, this is much better. Sure, I think that's pretty good. It's kind of a divination if you have enough life. Plays well with Seeker of the Way. Sounds like a decent top deck here. We have the 1 dragon, so now the Foul Tongue Invocation are enabled. I think I like our matchup against the red deck. Ooh. So 4-1 first strike is going to come in 4 turns, I guess. But again, as I said, I think the matchup against red deck should be pretty good here. I guess it's red-blue. Red-blue with this meal card. Interesting. I feel like if we just drop Seeker of the Way, there's a pretty big chance it just dies. Right now we don't have any good way to deal with that. I could imagine just using Doomblade on turn 2. Nah, I think we'll just drop a Seeker. Especially since we drew another one. Don't think getting milled is going to be as much as a problem in this matchup than in the last one. Alright. Dragon Egg. Alright, so if these dies, they get a dragon. Mill is for 2. 2 spell, not too bad since we kind of want to draw land. I think we'll just do that now, make sure we can draw the 2 cards. Well, I guess we'll be at 24. So if we attack and they get the dragon, they can hit us back for up to 5, down to 19, and then we still go up to 21, so it's fine. Yeah, okay. Just making sure, just making sure. Yeah, they're gonna block. I guess it's not 2. So I guess no, they can just boost. They can attack us for 6 actually if they want to. Ooh, every time they cast a non-creature spell, they get a 2/2 fly. Alright. Okay, let's do that. Cast, yes, please. Trigger. An Angelic Accord would be an insane top deck here. No, just a ton of lands. Alright then. I guess we'll Doomblade now. Oh, they milled an Angelic Accord, but I'm somewhat worried by that thing. I don't think we care too much about these, on the other hand, because of lifelink. Might sound weird, but I think we just do that. I really don't feel like we're gonna die to random small flyers with our deck, or the Halbardier. Though I guess that this thing kind of holds the... I guess since we are dropping Angel of Mercy next turn, which would block these, maybe it's just not as threatening. But right now I feel like we just don't really care about our life total at all, and we mostly care about not getting mealed, though I guess we're pretty far from getting mealed. Yeah, maybe my play might have been a little bit too conservative here for no reason. Leon might go off with that thing. I think our payoff is much stronger. You don't need to pay extra mana and you get 4/4. But right now we don't have one, so... Could you imagine them using a Reinvolt and getting a 2/2, which is kind of a worst case scenario, but it's also pretty likely. It's not, you know, it's not like when you say worst case scenario and you know it's not very likely they have it. Here it's actually pretty likely they do have it. Yeah, I mean that's not a Reinvolt, so... It's a cantrip though, which is nice. They get to draw a card and maybe get more cards to do that. So yeah, kind of going off, I guess. Alright. Hit us for 2. Golgari Rot Farm. Not looking too interesting. We'll drop the Angel. And pass. Good news that Noxious Dragon probably gonna get to kill something since all the tokens they have are, you know, converted mana cost 3 or less. Blow up my Seeker, get a Chin, okay. And I guess attack with Dragon and Halbardier. Alright, buddy. Calm down. Alright, what are you up to, dude? Let's see what they have. I don't really know what it is. Oh, they have 1 mana trick. Diminish. I don't think this card is very good, but here it's gonna work perfectly for them. Alright. And we are slowly but surely dying, so there is that too. This should hold most attacks. I guess they can still be done with Halbardier. Though once we've played the Seeker of the Way, they are incentivized not to attack. Maybe they attack with Dragon too, but in this case we trade and kill Chin. Do we? Yeah, I mean... I don't believe just taking 9 is going to be very good either. At some point we'll have to make this trade anyway, so... Could we draw an Angelic Accord? That'd be great. Nope, just a land. Okay. We'll hold the Cauldron in hand in case we draw an Angelic Accord and we wanna, we wanna be able to maybe trigger Prowess twice. Looks like it just, they top deck. That's not good. That's not good. Yeah, I guess this is a pretty good showing of the strategies of this set. And basically what happened right now is that the opponent drew their payoff and we did not draw ours, so we are losing. It is pretty much as simple as that. So yeah, we probably need to draw Angelic Accord next turn or we lose. We are also once again somewhat flooded despite playing 16 lands. So I guess we can attack for 4, go up to 12, and then, well, we'll need to sack the Seeker. Just trying to think if we can win then. Because yeah, we kill that. I guess we could remove a creature and hope they don't draw more instant sorceries. And then we take only 10. Yeah, I feel like this Skywise teaching is a little bit more important, but also feel like we cannot, if we kill that, then if we try to kill the teachings, then it means we have to sack our Seeker to the Cauldron, and it means we probably cannot really come back against what they have. So our hope is that we either draw another something good, and they don't draw many more cantrips. Radiant Fountain. This is a card for my deck, not your deck. You thief. Alright, no reason to, you know, not f6 since they have no card in hand. Otherwise, you know, we might want to be able to sack in case they have something. Taking 10, down to 2, and yeah, we need to draw something really good. Foul Tongue Invocation. We can make then sack a Gene, attack for 3 up to 5, and then gain. I guess we're not dead technically. Wish I'd drawn that earlier. So they have 8 power on board because they are gonna sack a Gene. So yeah, we'll need to sack the Seeker basically. Hope they have literally nothing and that we top deck. I don't really even know what we can top deck at this point. I guess Phyrexian Rager into Angelic Accord maybe? Would that be good enough? I'm not even sure because we'll be at 1. I don't think we have any outs. Pretty sure we don't. But maybe we can see another card. Ooh. Can we draw our payoff before the opponent does one game? What I'm fearing right now, I really hope it's not going to be the case though, is that this set is just about who draws the payoff and who doesn't. Because so far, the games we've played kind of look like that, and this could be, you know, pretty bad news. We'll see though, I mean, still very early obviously, but so far, pretty much all the games I've played, I felt pretty powerless. And to me, feeling powerless in Magic is really one of the worst feeling. Like, obviously there's variants, and, you know, sometimes you'll get wrecked no matter what you do. But if games are mostly about 1 or 2 key cards, and if you don't have them, you lose. And if they have them, they win. Not a big fan. We'll see though. Again, just, you know, just first couple impression. Might be completely wrong though. We'll see how this turns out. I don't think we change anything. We could bring in this enchant, but I assume they only have 1 or 2 artifact or enchantment, and we have 2 judgment in the main already. I think we just run the same deck and hope we don't mulligan and have a slightly better draw. This is looking decent. Not the fastest draw, but we have Angelic Accord, which is pretty huge. We have a decent 3-drop. It would be probably risky on the draw. On the play, it's probably fine. Since we have a 3-drop. Alright. By the way, if you wonder what I'm typing sometime when I'm not talking or anything, I am just already starting to upload the video on YouTube, the videos, so you get to see them as soon as possible. Yeah, so these lands have kind of a drawback if you're in the draw. It's not really a drawback if you can just wait and play them later, but if you do what the opponent just did, you have, you know, 8 cards in hand and you need to discard. I hope we don't just flood here. Man, why are we drawing so many lands these games? Is it me or like because we were playing 16 lands and I think we've drawn like 8+ land every single game so far. Which is, you know, not good. Okay, well, we'll drop that one, I guess. Don't think there's a good reason to play Accord here. And if they drop the Gene thing, we'll just judge it right away. Another Frostlings. Old Frostlings is okay. Yeah, more mana, I guess. Man. Right now I can't tell if I'm just, you know, if I'm just being a little bit peaky or what, or if we are just getting super unlucky, but it feels like we've been flooded almost every game, or mulliganing, or having very poor draws. Maybe I'm just crazy? I don't think so though. Like, this is 4 spells, 9 lands, 8 lands? Yeah, that's pretty horrendous. Okay. Are we gonna get aggroed out of this game? With a life gain deck? Because we'll never draw a life gain card. That'd be sad. We'll kill that thing. Probably we have to. Because if they bounce that or deal with it somehow, can't really take the risk of. And we cannot really attack, we have to hold back. Man, our draws have been so insanely atrocious, right? Again, I don't know, like, yeah. How? Why? Why, deck? I have some sweet things. Just let me, you know, do sweet things. Come on. Really? 10 land on the top 14? I guess Yabin's not doing much, but boy. Feels like they have a counter spell. Sure. Don't really care about that one, to be honest. I'm not in love with them scrying here, but they went bottom. Okay, that's at least a fairly good news. Damn. Can we get a cold run? They top deck the teaching. That's not a good news. Oh, and they have the 1 mana cantrip too? Don't tell me they have that, man. I just can't. I think our deck is pretty good too. I don't know. The Foul Tongue Invocation might be a little bit questionable, but overall this seems like a very good version of white-black life gain, so yeah. I almost want to sandbag that thing because we have 2 Foul Tongue Invocation in the deck, which are pretty insane right now with Angelic Accord. Maybe it's a little bit too greedy, but I think I'll sandbag it for maybe 1 or 2 turn. Depending on what they do. If they add more creatures to the board, start to generate genes and whatnot, we'll have to drop it, but payoff is pretty huge for waiting. No attack, okay. Well, this could go wrong. This could go wrong. They might be reading the card now. Especially since we are at 13, so you know. They could make a couple Djinns end of turn somehow. They might start to attack. I don't think we can afford to fall too far behind on boards. So I think I'm gonna drop the Noxious Dragon. Maybe I should have played it first since my plan was to cast it. I mean, ended up being casting it, I'd rather say. So we play around Mana Leak, for example, because I think resolving Dragon is more important than resolving Swindler. But I was still kind of thinking that I might want to keep it around. Okay, well, that's pretty bad. I guess we probably gave them a target for the Pilar of Flame they already had, if I had to guess. And now I'm pretty sure we're gonna draw Foul Tongue Invocation and get fully punished. Oh, they drew a cantrip too. Ah, man. I wish I could make my payoff work too. Darn. Also, I guess we need to keep in mind that we need a way to kill that at some point. But I guess we have 2 Foul Tongue Invocations in there. That card is not good here. We don't get an Angel, and we don't get to draw any card. I think we need to wait. I guess I could attack with both creatures, and maybe they just take it, and then we do actually get to draw cards. 1 card is not a lot though, and we get hit foot. Yeah, no, we're just gonna do that. I guess I could have attacked with Persecutor alone. They go down to 14 and then I can gain 5 up to 15. Maybe that was pretty good. Good enough. Looks like Surreal Memoir. Oh no, it's Battle Rattle Shaman. Sure. At least we draw a couple spells. In the last couple turns. We need something really good though. Like Cold Run would be pretty insane at this stage. Spell? Yeah, I mean it's pretty rough if they draw 7-ish land and you draw more than 10. I think that's pretty obnoxious. I think we need to attack here and try to draw good cards. I'm just not a big fan of that, but like I don't really know where we were getting if we okay. Okay, that's where we were getting. Sure. Sure deck. Sure thing. And they just drew a spell, it looks like. A Pilar of Flames. So it's not gonna die when I block. It's not gonna kill anything. That was a good top deck. I don't think we can come back at this point. Man, I really believe our deck is pretty good. The draws are just not working out at all. I mean, yeah. So I guess we'll block that one and take, what, 11 down to 4. And obviously we don't get to kill anything because of Magma, the top deck Pilar Flame, I guess, not the Magma Spray. And get milled. Probably 2 spells, yep. The Cold Run, which was one of... At this point, Cold Run was probably not good enough anyway, so... Alright, well... GG. GG. Yeah, I'm a little bit annoyed about that, I'm not gonna lie, and I'm a little bit sorry. I hope I'll get to provide you with a good game for a good match for round 3. But these pretty much have been flawed, so yeah, hopefully we'll get to play something slightly more interesting for the last round. So again, Swiss Draft, stay tuned. We'll try to win 1 round.